Microprocessor packaging. The primary function of microprocessor packaging has been to facilitate electrical connectivity of the complex and integrate silicon microprocessor chip to the printed circuit board while providing protection to the chip from the external environment. My name is Danica F. Pulmones. D stands for dual inline package, F is flip chip, and P is passive interposer. The dual inline package. A dual inline package, or the DIP, is an electronic component package with a rectangular housing and two parallel rows of electrical connecting pins. The package may be through-hole mounted to a printed circuit board or PCB or inserted in a socket. It is invented in 1964 by Don Forbes, Rex Rice, and Brian Troger at Fairchild R&D. The IP comes in either plastic or ceramic version and have two rows of interconnect along two opposite sides of the package. Ceramic discs are frequently used for testing MEMS or microsystem prototypes. Package is larger than die. Both sides have pins. The IP is commodity through-hole package with up to 84 pin and most common lead pitch of 2.54 mm. So this is example of dual inline package. Next is a flip chip. A flip chip is also known as direct chip attach. It is a process whereby a semiconductor die is attached band pad side down to a substrate or carrier. The electrical connection is made by means of conductive bumps on the die band pad. It also connects semiconductor device to board using solder bumps deposit on pads. It also aligns with the pads on the board. Chip is flipped so the top side face down. A chip packaging technique in which the active area of the chip is flipped over, facing downward instead of facing up, and bonded to a package lid with wires from the outside edge of the chip. Any surface area of the flip chip can be used for interaction, which is typically done through metal bumps of solder, copper, nickel, or gold. It also a smaller chip and shorter interconnection. This is a sample picture of a flip chip. So the process of flip chip packaging. So flip chip from deep flux, align in substrate, then bond. Next is reflow, then preheat, fill, glue, and solidify. So the other picture is a schematic of a typical flip chip package assembly. Next is the passive interposer. A passive interposer is a type of interposer, the passive and active interposer. But I will only discuss on the passive interposer. So what is the passive interposer? It is an interconnection between the dies, and also mechanically it holds all of the dies together. So you'll see that all dies will be on the top of the interposer. It is like another mechanical layer that holds it all together. But it also provides communication, like we said, among the dies themselves, which you can see the top layer is the one that goes horizontally and will focus on a little bit, but also vertically to the true silicon bias. And it connects those to the input and output of the chip. The passive interposer has no active device, just connection. Therefore, it cannot perform any functions other than connecting the chips to one another. The good thing about the passive interposer and advantages over the active interposer is that it has a higher wiring density, and this is due to the fact that you don't have any device in the silicon substrate to block the path of the TSV, or you don't have to work around anything. It's all free real estate for you to have interconnection. This is sample picture of passive interposer.